boy here, Wayne Otema, AI engineer from Kenya. And today we want to explain another concept that has been flooding the internet, and I think it's something that you should be concerned about. We've been hearing that the workforce is going to be changing, something about how we developers are going to be developing code is going to be changing, and all this is because of AI agents. Now the question is really, what are AI agents? Because from what I see on the internet, all I'm hearing is the workforce is going to change based on AI agents. Programs are going to change because of AI agents, and these are some of the articles that are just flooding the internet talking about how AI agents is going to impact the workforce. And I think it's important to discuss about this. By the time we're done with this video, we should be able to understand what AI agents are, how they help you in your day-to-day lives, and if you're a developer, how to get started with AI agents. I, for one, am a developer, so I think I'll enjoy walking you guys through it. But let's get right into it and figure out what on earth are AI agents. Let's start from the top and understand what AI agents are. And to really get a hang of it, we'll have to start a level higher. What is an agent? And if you think about it keenly, an agent is anything that observes the world and takes action on the world to achieve a certain goal using the tools at its disposal. And I hope you get that. Let's just rephrase that one more time. An agent is anything that can observe the world, take action upon the world to achieve a certain goal using the tools at its disposal. And if you think about that really keenly, you and I are agents, because we can observe the world, we have a certain outcome that we want to achieve, and we'll use the tools that we have at our disposal to achieve the outcome on the world. So basically that's what an agent is. And in the world of technology, we have lots of agents. There are program agents, there are AI agents, and a program agent will be basically any program that can use the tools at its disposal to help the user achieve the desired outcome. And same for an AI agent. What's the only difference between the AI agents and the normal program agents that we have probably been seeing a whole lot of times is that AI agents are built on top of AI models, large language models that understand natural language processing. These are programs that can understand how humans communicate, and they can use the tools at their disposal to help humans achieve a certain outcome of their desire. If you want to get a really good explanation from this, Google released a certain white paper that was really helpful. If you're a developer, I'll advise you to read it. If you're not a developer, you don't have to, but if you're a developer, go ahead and read it and you'll enjoy it. I'll put a link in its description. Have fun. You can think of an agent or an AI agent as an assistant. You just tell them what you want, and the assistant will figure out, based off what you want, what is it that they should do based off their environment to give you that particular outcome. How the assistant does it is not really per se your problem, but we're assuming that you have given your assistant a set of tools that they should use and an objective that they should figure out how to achieve that objective, and a set of tools to use that set of tools and use the objectives to get the outcome. So using this analogy, you can imagine AI agents as virtual assistants, programs that exist in your phone, in your computer, in the internet, that you can tell you want anything and they will go out there using the tools at its disposal to get you anything it wants. So think about it as booking a flight. You can just tell your application, the program, book me a flight to Malawi, and it will instantly go ahead and start booking a flight to Malawi and do the transactions and do everything it needs to necessary, and then all it will be trying to do back is, this is your flight ticket, this is everything it has, this is all the details you need to be aware of, and your flight is booked. Would you want us to go ahead and book a hotel for you? You as a person didn't do any of this, but the assistant, the AI program, went ahead and did this. This is only made possible by AI. Its ability to think, its ability to understand humans, and its ability to understand languages, the tools at its disposal. Now let's answer the other question, that is, how do AI agents work? And I'm taking it from a high level analogy. I'm not really going to go too deep into it. So there are three things the AI agent needs need to understand of how an AI agent works. There is the model, the AI model of the AI agent. Think of it like the brain of the AI agent. There are the tools that the AI agent has at its disposal, and there is the orchestration layer, or think of it as the diary at which the AI agent remembers what to do after it has a plan. So let's break it down one by one. So the model is basically the brain of the AI agent. The model helps it plan, it helps it understand what to do, and it helps it know, based off the request of the user or the objective that the user wants, this is what I should do to get the outcome using the tools I have. And that's what the model is. The model is basically a reasoning engine, and I would like to call it an intelligence provider. Basically, it provides the intelligence to reason out, based on what you want and what I have, this is the steps I should follow to get to the right outcome. That's something all of us do really. And these models are mainly provided by ChatGPT is a good reasoning engine rather, and Gemini is also a really cool one. The idea ChatGPT 0.0 is also a really amazing one, by the way. The idea here being that the models developed by some of these big companies are good for long reasoning tasks. The understanding here being, you give it a goal, you give it a set of tools, and it has to plan really deep into the future to figure out, how do I get there despite not having a direct access to that. So that's the model. Tools provide the bridge between the model and the outside world, because here's the catch. When a model is developed, it doesn't have access to do any extra thing unless it is given the right tools to do it. By itself, a model is just an AI model, a generative AI model, to be specific. It's just basically something that can predict and answer questions, and it can't do anything other than answer the best questions and write aces. But once you do give it the right tools, like go and check the internet, or go and check a certain database, or check my calendar, or book a flight, or drive a car, then it starts to have the ability to do things beyond its certain bounding box, you can think about it. So if the AI agent existed in such a box, if the AI model rather existed in only one particular box, using tools we allow it to have access to the real world, and it is that access to the real world and the open internet that the users can now speak, and the agent will now understand, this is what I have to do, and these are the tools I have at my disposal, and now I can execute this, I can use these tools to answer or get the user's outcome. So that's what it is. Tools are just what you give the agent and tell it, this is what you're allowed to do, and this is how you can do them. So a good example would be check my email, checking emails, writing emails, saving things into databases, making API calls. API calls are just basically communicating with another program at another place, and a lot of stuff in here and there. Now the final thing is an orchestration layer. Let me think about it for a moment. Think of the orchestration layer as the diary that the planner, not the diary, sorry. Think of the orchestration layer as the planner that the AI agent will use to keep track of what it has to do and what it has not done yet. That's basically what the orchestration layer is. For most common people, you don't have to worry about this, but for the developers, you kind of have to worry what an orchestration layer is. So it's just basically the planner at which the AI agent will know, my task is to book a flight to Malawi. First, I have to check all the available flights, then I have to do this, then I have to do this, then I have to make a payment, then I have to do this. So all of that are saved in an orchestration layer, and then the model will try to use which relevant tool does it have to do all of this one by one. Then eventually it'll double check and make sure it has executed everything in real time. If it's not successfully done it all, it'll figure out another way. So it's just like a planner. Everyone has a planner. Probably have a planner of how you need to get to execute your tasks, or yeah, so that's basically what an orchestration layer is. Now, let's get into another point, which is example of AI agents that we're currently using that we might not know they're that big or something, or we probably have heard of it. One really interesting one is Alexa by Amazon. Really cool product. You just say, hi Alexa, and it'll do a certain task for you. Another really amazing one is Gemini by Gemini by Google, the application. You can download it on your phone. It's a really amazing application. Another one is ChatGPT, of course. It's a really good AI agent, but it doesn't have so much functionalities as of now. Another really cool one, and this one is also based on the phone provider, is Ella. Ella for Techno phones. That's the phone I'm using. That's why I can kind of know about it. Ella is really good. It has access to other things on the phone, including making calls, making video calls, and a lot of things. And I'll give you a screenshot of one of the things that Ella can do, just to show you what AI agents are and the tools it has access to. So these are just minor, small scale levels that we have heard about it. But think about this functionality pushed into the future. What it means is businesses, let's go back to the airline industry. An airline company can have an agent that all the person has to say is the destination they want to go to and provide the necessary document, and this thing will go out there and figure out all the right things to do. It will figure out how to book the plane, when to do it, the bank prices, like it'll figure out everything it has to do to make it happen. Over time, where the world seems to be going is the agents will have capabilities to do many other things, and this will also go into enterprises. So enterprises will provide their own personal agents that do their own personal tasks. The messaging here in this particular sense, at this particular point, is that the agents, as of now, they have the certain industries are implementing these agents in certain vectors that they have for a really amazing use. If we scale this into the future, what it means is that companies and industries will start developing agents for their particular vector. And what these agents do really allow companies to make processes work with fewer resources than expected before. Now, in the future, that will be really big. It will be really big because then you'll have whole organizations being run with only 5 people, but it's running at the scale of a whole country. That's really scary because you don't need so many people. You don't need many customer care agents because you don't need live customer care service providers because you have customer care agent bots that can really just do anything and route only the necessary requests to one main customer care person, but it will handle a majority of all the other customer care requests because people are probably calling to do basic stuff like, is this thing activated? How do I do this? Basic questions. And chatbots can do the same. And even basically, really, everything is going to be really different going forward into the future. How do you and I prepare for this AI agent wave that is coming in the 2025 and prepare for it? So if you're a business owner, identify the parts of the business that can be digitized and optimized and eventually automated digitally. And once that process can be automated, you can have an agent that follows out that particular process till the end without needing any human intervention or minimal human intervention. Whereas previously you might have had to use so much human intervention. Those are the 3 things you need, and you probably are set to leverage these tools early on in the game. If you're a normal person and are not a business owner or a developer, I would urge you to start learning AI skills such as prompt engineering. This is really good because it will allow you to interface with other agent providers, other agents that businesses are using or other people are using, so that you can easily get to the results you want to. It's basically a simple skill. It's all over YouTube, but I will, however, be putting up a course around it really very soon, so watch out for that. If you're a developer, learn how to make AI agents. They're really not that hard, they're really simple, and it's probably part 2 of this video, so watch out for that, click out and then go into that. Now, to round it all up, what we've really understood is that AI agents are just tools that will speed up the efficiency in the development of services to be offered. So it will just speed up how fast a service can be offered with much convenience and little time. And we all know if you can reduce the time it takes to get a certain service or to get the required desired outcome to a certain user or service or your customer, then automatically you can get more money because you can do that for way more people. And that's the beauty of AI agents, really. That's why it's really a whole buzz, because people have understood the imbalance in that it automate processes and allow processes that needed so many people to only be done by fewer number of people, and at the same time at the other end allowing for so many users to use the same service. So if I was a business, I'll probably be jumping on AI agents because I know at one hand I'll get to serve 100 customers, and at this other hand, if the 100 customers needed 10 employees, I know at this other hand I'll only need 1 employee. So it pushes the extremes on both ends for business. For normal users, learn how to use AI agents, learn how to do prompt engineering and basic AI skills that will really set you ahead of the curve. For developers, man, let's get coding, understand how to build it. This is something that many businesses will require. I actually do believe that every business out there, as the same way most businesses do require a website, many businesses will require an AI agent for its processes, and I wouldn't ask you any other way. Just get right to it. The future is bright. AI agents are here. And that's all from me as a developer, Wayne Otema. If you're a developer, click on this video and you will get how to develop an AI agent and what it takes to develop an AI agent.